What's up, fam? I hope everyone having a great morning, great evening, great afternoon. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make a raised garden bed fast and easy for free. And guess what? You don't need any tools to make this type of raised garden bed. Check it out. So this is what I'm using today to make the cheapest and easiest raised garden bed that you will ever make. A cardboard box. Check it out. Did you know that you can grow your own food in a cardboard box? Did you know that? You most definitely can. And for you guys that don't believe me, check out this. See this? Cardboard box with a ton of sweet potato slips. And that's what we have right here. Check it out. Check out all of those sweet potato slips from this cardboard box. So, if you didn't know that you can grow food in a cardboard box, now you know. This is how you make a raised garden bed in less than 60 seconds. So before we start adding soil, I'm gonna cut the top off of this cardboard box. So now that we got the top off of our cardboard box, now it's time to start filling it up. But before you start filling up your cardboard box, you want to make sure you have it placed wherever you want it to be in your garden. Because you don't want to fill this up with a ton of dirt, then have to move it, because remember, it's cardboard. It will probably break. So remember that. Just make sure you have it placed wherever you want it to be. So now I'm gonna show you guys a cheap way to fill your raised garden bed so you don't have to spend a ton of money on soil. The first thing I'm gonna use to start filling our raised garden bed is old grass clippings. And we collect old grass clippings and use them for mulch, and we also use them to make more soil. So check it out. That's why they look like this. They're old. Grass clippings also help feed your plants nitrogen. So grass clippings are a great thing to use in the garden. So before you use any grass clippings in your raised garden bed, make sure they haven't been sprayed with any chemicals. Check it out. Now that we got all of our grass clippings in our raised garden bed, now we're gonna go get some red clay and add it to our raised garden bed. And let me show you guys an example of what happens when you mix grass clippings and red clay together. Check it out. This is what happens. You get nice, loose, and healthy soil just like this. You see this? See how loose this is? Check it out. Check it out. Got a ton of watermelons growing in a container using grass clippings, red clay, and topsoil. Today we're not going to use topsoil because we don't have it. So today we're going to use grass clippings, red clay, and peat moss. This is just another combination you can use. It's a ton of combinations you can use. I'm gonna add some red clay. You can also use pieces of cardboard to fill your raised garden bed. And this is an example of what I'm talking about. So now I'm gonna add some peat moss. So now that we have our raised garden bed filled with grass clippings, red clay, and peat moss, all we have to do now is add some all-purpose fertilizer and mix it together. And if you're wondering what kind of all-purpose fertilizer we're using, this is what we're using. Dr. Earth Pure Gold organic fertilizer. And it's that easy to make a raised garden bed with no tools for free. Check it out. That. And something I forgot to mention is when you're using cardboard, you want to make sure you use cardboard that doesn't have any color. So you want your cardboard to look just like this. And something else that I almost forgot to mention is that you don't have to add any drainage holes because this is cardboard. Water will find its way out. Trust me, you don't have to add any drainage holes. So now that we got this out the way, now it's time to start planting. Today we're going to plant some peppers in this raised garden bed. So the first thing we're going to plant is a red bell pepper. So and right next to it, I'm gonna plant a green bell pepper plant. And if you're watching this and you're wondering how long will this last, this will last you at least one growing season. So it's not gonna last 2 years or anything like that, but it will last you long enough for you to grow and harvest your food that year. And over here, I'm gonna plant some sweet banana pepper plants. So when you're growing in a cardboard box, you want to make sure you pick the right box for whatever you're trying to grow. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're trying to grow something like sweet potatoes. You probably don't want to grow them in this box because it's not deep enough. You want to probably grow them in a box that's like this deep so they can actually get big. You know, so if you're growing root vegetables, you want to make sure you use a deep box. But in this type of box, you can grow tomatoes, peppers, garlic. What else? Let me think. Onions. And a lot of other things that I can't think of right now. So check it out. We got all of our pepper plants in our raised garden bed. So all we have to do now is water. So let's go over a couple things that we talked about in this video, just so you don't make any mistakes. So the first thing is make sure you use a cardboard box that doesn't have any color. The second thing, if you use grass clippings, make sure your grass haven't been treated. The third thing is you want to make sure that you use the right size cardboard box for whatever you're trying to grow. So if you're trying to grow root vegetables, make sure you use a deep box. If you're trying to grow peppers like me, this size is perfect. Or if you want to grow tomatoes, onions, garlic, watermelons, this is perfect. And the last thing is make sure you don't add any drainage holes because this is a cardboard box. water will find its way out without adding any drainage hose. And it's that easy to make a raised garden bed with no tools for free.